Right, a very good morning to you. It is Monday morning. Welcome back to another week of Bowen's Garage. Hopefully this week is going to continue on from last week, which was far more positive than the previous week before. This is the third week we've been back doing this now. I'm enjoying it, and thank you all for all the very nice comments and for subscribing, and it's gone pretty better than I could have expected, to be honest. So I'm enjoying it, so I'm ready to crack on. Today we've got a couple of bits going on. Dave's here again. He's living here at the minute, seems to be. So he's doing the Kia Venga, which is that one just there. There's a little bumper corner on that, and he's also doing the Volkswagen Golf, where the rear bumper didn't quite match. He's going to attempt it anyway, because obviously it's a fairly big area. A full rear bumper, but we will see how that goes. In worst case, it'll go to the body shop, but a man of his wizardry, I'm sure we'll be able to sort that. So he's just got here. And I was just having a think over the weekend what more I can do, what sort of content you'd like to see, really. So I'm hoping that get in the comments and just let's have a chat, really, and see what sort of things you want to see on the channel. I've got a few ideas. I'm going to do like a quarterly update. I'm going to do a video on my experience with Autotrader, which is very divisive, I know, especially in the trade at the moment, but it's coming up to the 1st of April, tomorrow, and we are having a big price rise again, and I do want to have a discussion about that. My good friend Mr. James of Chops Garage has already done a couple of videos on the whys and wherefores and what the hell's going on with Autotrader and whether they've shot themselves in the foot, and I would like to go into that in a little bit more detail potentially and have my opinion, because we've all got different opinions. And if you've seen me on some podcasts previously, you'll know that I've always been a big advocate of Autotrader, and not a cheerleader as such, but I've always supported them, and maybe that is coming to an end. So do keep an eye out for that video. I'm not sure when it will come out yet, but it will. So do look forward to that one. I'm also going to do a video, and it might be a two-parter, on how we prepare the cars. So I think that would be quite interesting for people, especially if you're new to the trade and you're just looking to get into it, the levels of prep that you potentially need to go to get a car ready to retail. So I'm going to do a two-parter possibly, which could be the first part as in the mechanical side of things, and when the car arrives, from the minute the car arrives to it then having its valet process, and then I hopefully will do a second part as to valeting the car, detailing the car, getting it ready for its photo shoot and video. So I've got a few ideas, but I'm always open to suggestions, so please do have a crack in the comments and let's see if we can provide you guys with what you actually want to see, because if you guys don't want to watch it, you won't watch it, and then there'll be no channel. So let's have a discussion. I was also thinking, I really want to help people in the trade. I've been doing it for a long time now, 13 years this month, and I know I look, very young. I don't. I look very motor tradey, wrinkled, stressed, grey, slightly chubby. But I do want to help people, so that is why we did the Motor Trade Mentors on the Shifting Metal channel, which you might have seen. I think that's taking possibly a little bit of a sabbatical. But I would really like to help people who are getting into the trade, whether you've been in the trade for a while and you're a bit stuck for ideas, and you're maybe not making the money that you hoped you might, and you're finding it difficult. Please comment and we'll have a discussion, and we'll see if I can do any videos maybe to help with a bit of mentorship, because I do want to give a bit back, because this trade has given me my whole career since I left college at 18. It's my livelihood, it's all I've ever done, and I'd like to help people along the way, because it's a very tough industry to be in, and I can only see it getting tougher, to be honest, but there is a good career to be made. So yes, that is my Monday morning little thoughts for the week, and I'll update you with any test drives, viewings, sold cars, let's hope. We'll see you later on. Take care. Right, good evening to you all. Monday evening. What has gone on today? Well, it's been a bit of a strange old day, really. Dave's been back doing some paint, and it's just wrapping up now. We've had a bit of a... Bowen's Garage Motorsport division has been in full swing today. I was invited on a last-minute track day to Oulton Park which is going to happen this Wednesday, and I've got a little TT. I've got two TTs. Easy for me to say, and they need a bit of work, or the one needed a lot more work than the other one, so I'll sort of run you through what's been going on this afternoon, because it's not all, yes, the business is important, but sometimes you've got to have a bit of fun. So let me show you. Some of you may have seen this old girl before, looking very, very sorry for itself. This is a TT Mark 1, 1.8 turbo with the 225 BAM engine, and I blew it up. Coming up for 2 years ago now, and you may have seen it in a lot of the videos, sort of lurking around under the cover outside. The story with it was, God, I'm being blinded. The story with it was, it was my mother's car for a long time. And when she upgraded, we decided to keep it. It had some fettling done in the past by various members of the TT Owners Club, and it was quick, really quick. So I thought that'd be ideal for track days and so on. And truthfully, we haven't really got the money to be doing full-blown motorsport, and there's better things. Maybe there's not better things to spend the money on, but, you know, got a young family and that sort of thing. So, but some track days and sort of easing our way into motorsport. I'd like to do a lot more. I watch a lot, and it would be really nice to do some properly in the future. But we thought that would be the perfect car to start, because it was already much quicker than a standard 225, so it was a really good bit of kit. And a couple of years ago, I thought, right, let's do it. So we put uprated pads, discs, calipers, braided brake hoses. We did a cam belt, a water pump, a full service, 4 semi-racing tyres, brand new Scorpion exhaust as well, the full kit and caboodle. $2 grand-ish, I suppose, something like that. Obviously, we did all the work in-house. And all it needed was an MOT, and it was ready to rock and roll. So, let it warm up, took it for a spin, and did 3.6 miles before I stuck a rod through the side of the block. Wasn't pushing it at all, it just went bang. And that was the end of that, so it got recovered back, and it's now been sat looking very sorry for itself for the last 2 years. Nice colour. It's got it is a nice colour under the dust, and it's got a nice genuine ABT body kit on it, and it was a nice car. Nice leather interior. Nice little short shifter. She was a quick thing, and I ruined it. So, on the off chance, last year we were offered another TT 225 for the princely sum of £1,000 from a friend of one of our mechanics who was upgrading to a TT RS, I believe, newer one, and asked if we'd like to buy it. And as a spare, and without thinking about it, I said, yes, absolutely. And it's now been down the side of the garage for the last 15 months, just because business gets in the way. So we've had this 9 years, and we're just getting around to getting it fully sorted. So here it is, X-Reg, 154,000 miles, excellent service history, really, really nice condition, Michelin's all round. It was a proper car. And the plan was to take the engine out of this one, have the engine rebuilt properly, and then put it into that one, just because I like that one, and it's been part of our family for a long time. But I was asked to go on this track day at the end of last week, and I thought, you know what, sod it, let's do it. So what we are doing is giving it a service, swapping the wheels over, because the wheels on this little baby, albeit pretty well curbed, nice Oz racing wheels, 225/40 18s on that, and there's some Nankang something or others, Nankang Sporty something. But as you can see, they've literally done 3 miles. So we're swapping it all over. The discs will clean up. They're like brand new underneath this just little, where it's just been sat outside again. They've done 3 miles. These are uprated. Pads are uprated. Calipers, brake lines. So what we're doing, we're literally swapping it all over. So hence why there's 2 TTs on the ramp, getting in the way, annoying the service department. But hey ho, that is what we are doing. So we're going to swap it all over. Well, we've already started. There's the one lot that's come off. We'll do the rest. Oil change, brake fluid change, and we'll put some uprated brake fluid in it just to try and keep me alive, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to go hell for leather. The car's not been used really for 15 months. We must have had a premonition because we MOT'd it a couple of weeks ago. So I'll drive it up there, have an afternoon at Oulton Park with a couple of good friends, and they've got some proper bits of kit, not this Mickey Mouse sort of nonsense. And hopefully we'll have a good afternoon, and we'll get there safely, we'll have a good few laps, and we'll drive back safely. No disastrous mechanical issues. I won't die, hopefully. I mean, if you keep watching, you'll find out, because later on in the video I will do a bit of filming when I'm at Oulton Park. I won't do it in the car. I don't want to completely humiliate myself, but I'll give you a bit of a flavour of the day, in case you're looking to maybe do some in the future. But that is the story of Monday. In terms of the actual business side of things, I completely forgot about that. We've got a test drive on the Kia Venga tomorrow, that fortunately Dave did the bumper corner on this morning, so that's really good. And the guy's coming from South Wales to have a look at that one. And we've also booked an appointment on the Volvo S60 for Wednesday morning. The S60 is my favourite car we've got in stock at the moment. Absolutely love the look of that thing. I don't know what it is about it. It's not particularly, it's 190 brake. It goes nicely, but it's not going to blow your socks off. Just something about that car. I just really like the look of it. I think it's the proportions, the lines. I don't know. I just really appeals to me. So we haven't sold anything today, which is a little bit disappointing for a Monday, because like I said last week, that's normally our busy day. But there's a couple of bits brewing, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Take it easy. Right, good evening. It is Tuesday evening. I'm sat at home. I'm watching the football. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 0. And today's been quite a busy day, but we haven't actually achieved very much. So I was in a bit of a rush to leave. I've got a track day tomorrow at Oulton Park in the TT, which you would have seen last night. It took a lot of time to swap all the bits over from my broken TT, which was also in the workshop at the time. We swapped all the brakes. We tried to swap the exhaust, but it didn't quite fit. So there must have been a slight model change between 2000 and 2002. But it drives fine. We swapped all the wheels, the tyres. I took it on a decent run on the way home, put some fuel in it, and it's driven me back this far. So let's see if it gets us to Oulton Park in the morning. I'll update you on that. In terms of the actual business, which is the important bit, we have 3 test drives today. One on the Kia Venga, 2 on the Skoda Kamiq. Didn't sell a car. Didn't sell a car out of 3 test drives, which is very unlike us, especially 2 on the same car. I think the second test drive on the Kamiq is positive. He sort of just popped in after work. We weren't expecting it. And the people who had booked an appointment were still out driving it. And they said they were in their very early stages, so the other guy hopped in, had a go. Really liked it, but there's a part exchange, so we're looking at figures on that, and then he does want finance on that one as well. So it's supposedly going to pop back in about 4 o'clock tomorrow. Whether it's a yes or no, we shall see. And then the Kia Venga, again, the guy liked it. He's coming out of a Mocha diesel, and I must say, the part exchange is a 2015 Mocha diesel with heated leather seats in a sort of burnt orange. It's done 79,000 miles, but with full service history. The car is a credit to the gentleman concerned. One of the cleanest part exchanges I've ever seen. In all honesty, it's nicer than the car he was looking at, which was a 2017 Kia Venga. The condition was, pretty remarkable. He liked it, wants to have that high up driving position, wants to go for petrol, wanted to have a reversing camera, wanted to have heated seats, and wanted to have a spare wheel, all of which the Venga does have. So liked it, but I think just looked at a few, was happy with the part exchange price, was really thorough in his inspection of our car, which is absolutely fine. We've got nothing to hide. A couple of little bits that he pointed out, which we're more than happy to do at the point of sale. So just wanted to mull that one over for the evening, and is going to let us know tomorrow. And we've also got an appointment on the Volvo S60 in the morning as well. So it could end up being a hat trick tomorrow. But today we've had 3 test drives and sold nothing, which is a little bit frustrating. To be honest, we've sort of found that the last 12 months. We seem to be having a slightly lower conversion rate, and I don't think it's us. We are the most unpressured, we are the most laid-back salesmen. We're not salesmen, we're just providing cars, really. But it just seems that people are a little bit reluctant to make a decision there and then, even if they've already done their homework on us, on the car. And I think it's because there's quite a lot of uncertainty in the world, isn't there? There's wars here, there, and everywhere. The price of everything is through the roof. People aren't sure how much their road tax is going to be. People aren't sure how their home living costs are going to be. So I think it's just making people just think that little bit extra before making the decision. The cars are as good as they've ever been. They're prepared the same as they've always been. The staff is pretty much the same as it's always been. But we do just find that people are just taking that little bit of extra time just to make the decision, which is fine. But it just, we feel like we're left hanging all the time, which isn't great. But then if they all ring up tomorrow and buy it, and when we sell the S60, and we do 3 on a Wednesday, and we're 3 for the week, happy days. So we shall see, but I'm off tomorrow, up to Oulton Park. Hopefully, if the car makes it, we shall see. I'll try and do a bit of filming while I'm up there. It might be a separate video, possibly. We'll see how we get on. But if not, I'll catch you on Thursday, or tomorrow, or whenever. Catch you later. Right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to very sunny, beautiful Cheshire. We are at Oulton Park, Wednesday lunchtime. And you can see by the little baby behind, the TT has made it. It's driven all the way up here, hasn't missed a beat, touch wood. And all the brakes are swapped over from the broken TT yesterday. So it's got good pads, good discs, good calipers, good brake hoses, tank of fuel, towing eye cover is in, and we are ready to rock and roll for the afternoon session. So looking forward to it. There's some proper bits of kit here. I have come along with my good friend Powley in the background there, who good friend of mine, and this is going to be a shameless plug, but owns a go-kart track in Herefordshire that I used to work at. Herefordshire Raceway, the best outdoor go-kart track in the region by a long shot. And we have come in the TT, we've also come in. Here's Caterham 620S, which is absolutely mega. But really good kit here. Looking forward to an afternoon trying not to smash it up. So I'll update you later on. Godspeed. So we have done 2 hot laps in half an hour. 2 red flags already. Fortunately not for us. Both the cars are behaving. That thing is an absolute weapon. And this old girl has held up alright so far. Had 340 miles of range on the fuel gauge when we got here. We've done 2 proper laps and it's down to 140, so she's going to be thirsty, but no incidents as yet, which is good news. So hopefully we're going to get a lot more running, but there's a lot of cars here, and obviously people seem to be going a bit alpha leather. The Astra that came with us is broken, so that's in its natural habitat. They're trying to fix that. Catch you later. Right, welcome back. It is still Wednesday, believe it or not. It's 20 to 10 at night, and I am pleased to report I am home, safe and well, as is the car. So, fantastic day today, afternoon at Oulton Park, in the little racing Bowen's Motorsport division TT. Drove me all the way there this morning, no dramas. Got a fair pounding for a good number of laps. I was really impressed. Tyres were, it's got some Nankang semi-slick tyres. Really, really grippy. Brakes were great. Drove well all day. Until second from the last run. We had an ABS and traction control warning light come on. And then in the final run, it got a little bit warm, and went into limp mode. So we called it a day after that. Stopped. Some of the other guys were still carrying on, and we left it for probably an hour. Came back to it, started it up. No lights on the dash. Drove me all the way back from Cheshire, 2.5, 3 hours, via a curry house. I thought we deserved one of those. Yeah, drove fine all the way back. So fifth gear is a little bit temperamental. You've got to sort of persuade it to go in and stay in. It seems to want to go in and then jump straight out of the frying pan into the fire. Sort of wants to jump in and jump straight back out again. So we'll have to have a look at that. And obviously we'll give it a full check over. Make sure everything is hunky-dory, ready for its next adventure, which I'm not sure when it'll be. Probably won't be for a couple of months, but we might try Anglesey, maybe, or Pembrey, or maybe something a little bit cheaper, probably. Oulton Park was great, and it was the full international circuit, or whatever they want to call it, so it was the full layout, which was fantastic. But it was a lot of money. It was 190 quid for the afternoon, which is expensive for a track day. There were a lot cheaper out there. But it was a track I've always wanted to do. Really challenging, quite fast, up and down. But what I would say is, if you've never done a track day before, do one. If you like motorsport, you like the idea of it, do one. It's quite daunting when you first do one. You know, it's there's a lot of seasoned not professionals, but a lot of seasoned people there who've done it lots of times. And there was some really quick kit today. Obviously, it's April. The motorsport calendar hasn't quite started yet, but it very nearly is. So there was a lot of cars for a lot of different racing categories doing a lot of testing today. So you had to have your wits about you because there was some proper machinery there. But there was a guy next to me who, it was his first time doing a track day of any description, and he came over and said, you know, what do you do? And I was like, well, I don't really know. You know, it's the first time I've sort of done it properly. I've done Palmer Sport, and I've been to the Nürburgring and that sort of thing. But in my own car, going as quick as I dare, first time I've done a proper one. And he was in his Astra GTC, which was his own personal everyday, like at least with the TT here. We paid £1,000 for it a while ago, and we've swapped some bits off the broken one. But if it goes pop tomorrow, then it's not the end of the world. But this kid turned up in his own Astra with budget tyres on the front, Landvigators or whatever they were, at 25 quid a pop. And it was his family car. And he'd never done one before, but he'd played Oulton Park on the sim racer. And he said his wife was on holiday, so he's snuck out for a track day without telling her. So, but yeah, so if he can do it,
and I can do it. Anyone can do it. So if you've ever thought about doing one, all you need is a driving licence. You can hire helmets. You need a driving licence and a car that's capable of driving around the track a few times. Go and do one. Everyone's really friendly. Instructors are there if you need to. You can pay a bit extra. Everybody signing on are friendly. Marshals are friendly. Everybody there who's doing it is friendly. Really good day. So have a crack if you've always wanted to. I think it'll be worth your while. Business-wise, we have sold a Mazda 3 today. I spoke to Tony, and he sold a Mazda 3 automatic, which we had from Joe at Barrow Motors, Shifting Metal, carsbought4more.com. You know who he is. So had a really nice Mazda 3 off Joe. That's sold today, and there's a Jaguar XJ 3-litre TDV6 coming in part exchange with 159,000 miles. I've already sold that to a trader this afternoon on one of our breaks, but I will try and do a video on that one because it's 275 brake, big old car, 160,000 miles, and it wasn't a huge amount of money, so that might be an interesting little video for you as a separate one, but we shall see. So yeah, it's late, I'm tired, I'm dehydrated, but I am happy. The car has performed much better than I thought it would at 155,000 miles. Everyone who came out as a passenger today was quite impressed. I was impressed. Went really well. So on to the next one. And I suppose I'll see you Thursday morning back to the grindstone for a proper day of work. See you then. Good evening. It is Thursday evening. Quick little update for you. We have sold a car today, which I will show you on my way out the door, which is good. And also, I've had a gentleman pop in this afternoon by the name of Mark, who watches the channel, and he has bought some Krispy Kremes. Now, you can't go wrong with these bad boys. There's 9 of us here tomorrow, and there's 9 donuts. So that's worked out absolutely lovely. I mean, I'm sure once I let the boys loose on these, I'll be left with, well, maybe about half a nibble of that one, possibly. They're like seagulls around here. But thank you very much, Mark. That's much appreciated. You didn't have to do that, and you're not massively local, so excellent. Thank you very much indeed. I best pop outside and show you what I've sold. Right, good afternoon everyone. It is Friday afternoon. I was going to give you an update Thursday night, yesterday, after the donuts, which were delicious. So thank you, Mark, for those. But I had some customers on the pitch just as I was leaving, and then I was in a mad rush, and there was a crash on the dual carriageway, and so time got away with me, as it very often does. But we did sell a car yesterday. It's not been a fantastic week for sales again, which is a little bit concerning. Last week was good, week before was poor. This week's been poor. We've only done 2 so far. There's a few bits bubbling away, but confirmed deals only 2 at the moment. The car we sold yesterday was this wheelchair access Berlingo, 2015. Really nice low mileage, diesel, 3-seater. We took this one in part exchange actually, a couple of months ago, and daughter came in with her sister and having to buy the car for their dad. But really well kept example, nice and clean and tidy, really good service history, 4 matching tyres. Cam belt's been done on that as well last year, so that is going to have an MOT, a service, probably a new battery as well, and we're also going to paint. If you are looking at these Berlingos, this is a little point, what am I talking about? Berlingos, Peugeot partners, Renault Kangaroos, all that sort of thing. The runners, very often you get the paint that flakes off on the runners here, really common fault. So the other side's perfect, so Dave's going to come in on Wednesday and we'll get that sorted for them as well. I'm sure it wasn't like that when the car arrived actually, so whether it's happened quite recently in bad weather and stuff, I don't know. But if you are looking at these, that is a really common issue. So other than that, it's the Grand National tomorrow, so who are we backing?
Are we going to be making it rich on the Grand National? To be honest, at the minute I might have more luck punting on horses than I do on cars, but I think that's a bit of a foolish trade to get into. You could start buying and selling horses. What do you have to... I'm getting carried away, aren't I? In terms of stock, we've had some lovely bits come in. This is the EcoSport, which is an absolute picture for a 9-year-old car in the kinetic blue. 30-odd thousand miles. Yes, it's an EcoBoost. Yes, I don't mind that it's an EcoBoost. Service history is really good. It's done 30-odd thousand miles. Belt is due in about 15-16 months time. We can always factor it into a deal if the customer would so wish. We're quite happy to do them in-house. Obviously we do like quite a sizable contribution to be able to do that in that sort of price range, but I wouldn't let it put you off, that's for sure. Volkswagen Golf G Match, this one, isn't it? 2-litre turbo diesel, auto, lovely history, lovely ownership, lovely spec, heated seats, sat nav, front and rear parking sensors. Dave sorted the bumper out, so colour matches bob on. Volkswagen Up, a high up. This arrived in part exchange from up in Bromsgrove. We dropped the black Toyota Aygo automatic up to them, and this was the car that came back, and obviously we bought it blind, but it's lovely, really, really nice. 32,000 miles, I believe. Let me have a look at my sheet. 9 services, cam belt done at 21, 20 quid tax as well. Group 2 insurance, there we go, for all you first carers. That's a really nice, smart looking car in the deep black pearl. It's got sat nav, it's got heated seats as well, I think. So yeah, really nice little car. Have got a fairly strong inquiry on the CRV. They've got a CRV to part exchange, so we're trying to work with some figures on that bad boy. What else? We've had this stunning little top of the range Aygo automatic arrive. This is an exclusive model, so you get full leather interior, you get front and rear parking sensors as well as a camera. You also get 15-inch upgraded diamond cut alloy wheels, Apple CarPlay, yeah, full leather. That's done 11,000 miles. That's lovely. I really like that colour combo with the black and the red. We did have a test drive on this Aygo this afternoon. The lady's got a Vauxhall Crossland at the moment, which she's looking to downsize. I'm not a fan of the Vauxhall PSA Peugeot Citroën team up that's gone on. I don't like it at all. They've got the wet belts in the 1.2 petrols and they are yucky. So we've made an offer on the Crossland. It does need a little bit of paint. Actually, it's a nice car in Burgundy, really high spec, good service history. Came from the Vauxhall dealer just behind me. So we'll see how that goes, but she has been in a couple of times, but that's the first time she's actually driven a car, the Aygo, and likes the size, likes the feel of it. Drove better than she thought it might do, so she's gonna have a little think over the weekend. So there is a few bits bubbling away. It's just not busy. It is not busy for what we are used to. Do we panic? No, we don't. And that is a 2011 Volvo S40, which we sold 7-8 years ago, I would say. Let me get out the sun. 7-8 years ago, and I think it's done 80-odd thousand miles now. He's been having DPF problems for 2 or 3 years, I would say. Doing very little mileage, sort of 3-4 thousand for a few of those years. Doing a little bit more now, but it does intermittently just jump into limp mode, and then he'll regen it, and then it's okay for a little bit, and then it will jump into limp mode and back and forward and back and forward. So they bought a Yeti petrol from us, the white one, which was lovely. They've already got a Yeti as their other car, an older one of the earlier ones, I think 2010 or whatever. So they now got 2 Yetis. What's better than one Yeti? 2 Yetis. So the Volvo will be getting a really good wash, a really good polish. We're going to give it the full Bowen's experience, and that will go off to auction, because I don't want to sell it to one of my trade friends because it's just a bit of a headache. So that will go off to auction, and it will look $1 million. Well, it won't look $1 million, but it might look $2,000 worth of dollars maybe, and hopefully that will do okay. So that is about the size of it for this week. I've probably forgotten some things, but for the time being, that's it. Enjoy the sunshine. Thank you once again for all your support. We've got a few more other smaller videos coming out. People seem to quite like the part exchange wars that came out the other night, so I'm trying to do more of those. I've got quite an exciting, well, it depends on your preference really, but I've got quite an exciting part exchange coming in on Monday, all being well. An interesting car really, just mental value for money for what it is. So I'll do a separate video on that one. I'm running the workshop next week, so there might not be quite as many videos and quite as many updates because our service manager is off on holiday tomorrow for a week. So I'm running the workshop, so I'll be here first thing, early doors, opening up and getting the workshop ready, and basically being a service manager for a week, which isn't my favourite job in the world, I must say, but someone's got to do it. So I'll be doing that, but I'll try and give you updates along the way next week, and like I say, there will be a few other videos interspersed, I hope, because people seem to be enjoying it, and I'm enjoying doing it, and hopefully we will continue to grow the channel a little bit, and I'll keep giving you some content that you find mildly interesting. So yeah, thank you for all your support, thank you for the nice comments, and enjoy the sunshine this weekend. It's meant to be an absolute scorcher for April, so enjoy it. I will be watching the mighty Hereford tomorrow, secure 3 points against Chester hopefully, and have a couple of beers as well. So enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Take care.